Tennessee Volunteers taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. It's been a tremendous college football playoff so far, and it's down to this, the semifinals. Which team will head on to the national championship game? And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. So Tennessee's offense comes on the field first today. Of course, the home of the Cotton Bowl in modern times has become AT&T Stadium, a massive yet somehow intimate setting. Kirk, this, of course, is where the first championship game of the playoff era was played.
Well, who could forget that? When Ohio State took care of Oregon to win the national championship for Urban Meyer. And this game, like you said, I think it just seems to get bigger and bigger in this setting. The pressure these players feel. Let's see who can handle that the best today.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And the balls come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. Looking to pass, it's Iamaleava. Locates the tight end, it's complete. First down, they'll keep the drive going to the 37. A new set of downs after that completion. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up. Offense right to the line, playing with tempo now. Quarterback will throw it off the one-pass option. They wrap him up after the completion, just short of the first down marker. Can he get there on the ground? Bites off a defender. Tackled across midfield at the 48, good enough for a first down. The Vols look to keep this drive moving.
That's how you keep the opening drive alive right there. Good, hard, tough running to be able to pick up that first down on the third down conversion.
Encroachment, defense. And the encroachment penalty moves the ball up a little bit. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down. The offense going with the hurry up. Off play action. He's looking to throw. Grab near the sticks. It's Randall. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. The Volunteers with 1st and 10 here. Here comes a handoff. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards. The Vols will line up here on 1st down and goal. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
A pretty good push up front here by this offense line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out and try to find a one-on-one matchup to put the ball through the air for the touchdown.
We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Tailback tests the middle of the defense. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. The Volunteers will crank up the tempo. Secondary up now, trying to jam these receivers. On 3rd and goal, he's going to try to throw for it. And he's got it. Touchdown, Volunteers. You come out in the playoff game, Kirk, no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate, and they actually just the rhythm to the offense, but they did not hesitate. They set the tone early, and now they got themselves a lead.
And so it'll be a touchback, ball spotted at the 25. So the LSU Tigers offense takes the field, the first chance we had to see them today. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, but what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. Two good teams with great individual players.
First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down. Empty set now. 5 wide receivers. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. He's back to throw again on 2nd and 10. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down. They come to the line. A long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. He stopped short of the marker, so it's 4th down now.
Now, there's just nothing here for the quarterback to do other than throw it to his back and hope that he can get the yards after the catch, enough for the first down. But the defense gives some yards, but not enough for him to get to the sticks.
The quarterback making some changes at the line. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. It's complete. That's enough for a first down. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down. They bring him down, but the sophomore quarterback shows what a cannon he has.
Just great execution here on this 4th down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
That pass is caught, and the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Hey, it's a gain, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
This is the 6th play on the drive. The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here. Crucial 3rd down play coming up. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. Inside the 20. Brings the interception all the way back. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Great job here by the backer, just mirroring the quarterback, reading his eyes, and then stepping in front of that throw. Comes up with it, and then he goes back to high school, shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands, takes it in for a touchdown.
Extra point, splits the uprights. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick-6 in the last possession. First play of the drive, we're going to throw the football. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw a good pass rush there on 1st down.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down on the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
Going for his running back, who makes the grab. He stopped just short of that 1st down marker, inches away from it.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Important 3rd down play coming up. Send the back in motion. On 3rd and short to try to pick it up on the ground. They've got him, but not before making first down yards. They'll move the ball to the 41. Offense in hurry-up mode.
It's a good job here by this offensive line and the running back. Listen, these guys have really had a lot to do with why they're in this playoff game, right? So give it to the offensive line in the back, get the first down on this 3rd and short, see what you can do from here.
He'll hand it off. They stop him, but it's a first down. The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. There's some pre-snap movement, back in motion. And here's the handoff. Defense will make the stop, and it will probably be the final play of this opening quarter. And Kirk, it's Tennessee on top as we take a break for the quarter. And the first quarter is in the books. What is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. We'll see if this game gets out of hand before halftime, the crucial second quarter beginning right now. Here we go, first play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. Snags the quick throw. And look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice gain. LSU getting set for the 1st and 10 coming up.
Listen, great completion here. Quarterback puts this ball on the money. And when you talk about LSU and you talk about the history, it's easy to bring up Joe Burrow in 2019. Chris, you've been following this as long as I have. You know that when LSU is really dangerous, they get consistent play from the quarterback. Doesn't have to be Burrow, but just a guy that can be efficient, be a good leader, and complement the running game. And right now you're starting to see that from this team. Good completion. Now, can you do it consistently? Because if you can, with the athletes they have around that position, they become a real threat.
And throwing again on 2nd and 10. This time it's complete. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
So now it's 3rd and short from the 21 as this defense tries to make a stand and force a field goal attempt or a 4th down stop. Good enough for first down yardage.
Great job here by this offense being able to convert. Let's face it, they dug themselves a hole. They're down here early in this game. And with all this hype, the last thing you want to do is have to punt the ball. Come up with a conversion, keep your rhythm, keep your momentum, stick to your playbook. Good job here. Now let's see if they can keep that rhythm going.
Here comes a throw from the red zone. Looking for his back. The ball is picked off. And that's a solid return after the interception.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least, a field goal. They've got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
And the Volunteers' powerful offense back out in the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? They'll tackle him at the 27, and the Volunteers hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
I love to watch this offense when they can dominate the line of scrimmage and have a talented back behind him. You continue to pick up first downs. You get the rhythm going. We've been watching Tennessee offenses do that for a long time.
A quick look at that. He's still going. Play moves the ball to about the 45. That's good for a first down. The running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. They're going to run it here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Defense spends their second timeout to try to regroup. Now from the 40, the offense faces a 3rd and long to keep this drive going. The shotgun handoff here. Defense able to stop it. It's 4th down now. And the Vols bring their punt team onto the field. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll take a deep shot here. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. And they'll bring him down, but this offense creates a huge chunk play.
Well, how about that? Another LSU wide receiver makes a big-time catch for the Tigers offense. Oh, just a couple names to throw out. How about OBJ? How about Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase, who ran now arguably two of the top receivers in the NFL, all from LSU. And watching this young man right here, he's hoping he's next in line.
The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. First down, looking to throw the football. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Boy, another positive gain for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. He flips it to the back across the middle. Tackled at the 2 after the completion. The defense really up against it now. Here we go, 3rd down, close to the goal line. They can still get a 1st down without scoring. Motion by the back, defense better adjust. On 3rd and short, they hand the ball off. Doesn't quite get in, but it sets up a 1st and goal for this offense.
But they got to be thinking about a touchdown here. I know it's 4th down, but because of the hole that they've dug themselves here in this first half, you got to consider taking a chance here and putting a touchdown up on the board. I think it's worth it.
1st and goal. A good chance to chip away at the lead before halftime. They'll try to run this one in. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU.
Chris, we're still early in this football game. We're in the 2nd quarter. It's a critical touchdown to get their confidence to believe that they can come back and still win this game.
And we'll set up for the PAT. PAT is good. They still trail, though. Here's the kickoff tee. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Returner decides to field it. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And Tennessee's offense back out on the field now. They had to punt the ball last time. Now they're looking to add points, build on this lead. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. It's a short completion to the tight end. A big hit by the linebacker. Physical tackle there, big versus big.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
A completion sets up a 2nd down play. To throw, it's Ayamaleva. The pocket breaking down. Under pressure, just lets it go. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Man, he got crushed there, didn't he, Chris? And we know this guy is their super. their leader. But based on that last play, this offensive line's got to do a better job of recognizing that they got to take care of him.
After the incompletion, they'll face a 3rd and 6. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. They trap him and sack him back at the 10. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. The Vols will have to punt this one away. Looking to kick it away for the second time. So from his own end zone, he gets the kick away. This one will be fair caught. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. So they'll start this drive here with less than a minute remaining on the first half clock. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Incomplete. Second down coming up. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Makes the catch. It's Burns. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. They crank up the tempo here for this important third down play. Dropping back. Looking to throw for the first down. Oh, and he's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Made the defense look slow that time. So this college football playoff game is all tied up, and Kirk, it's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
Automatic in the PAT. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the second quarter. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. Tennessee's high-powered offense is back out on the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. To throw, it's Iamaleava. Receiver makes the grab, and he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Throws to the tight end. Grab down the middle. It's Davis. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Vols.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. When they're rolling like this, results in quick and positive results.
And knocked through the extra point. The lead is 7, 21-14. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And that kick will just bounce into the end zone for a touchback. They'll start at the 25. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Got him. He's sacked. This time enough for one more play in the half. Second down, we're going to throw it. He's looking to make a big play downfield. Catch made all the way down inside the 35. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Tigers.
What a first half. We've seen a little bit of everything. These guys have come all the way back. They scored with no time remaining. Now they're an extra point away from tying this game up.
And now they'll set up for the point after. And it's good. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Thanks, Chris. The magnitude and intensity of these playoff matchups is always something special to be a part of. It's been a fun start to this one, and this offense has really been the story. They've opened up a sizable lead, and unless something drastic changes, things might get even more out of hand. A combination of lethal efficiency, and that offensive line has been the key. They've mauled that defense and also just about broken their will. That's going to do it for us here at the half. Time to see how this incredible playoff drama plays out. And for that, it's back to Chris and Kirk.
Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. First play of the second half is a handoff.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. They look to throw it here on second down. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it. The offense now facing a third and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Caught over the middle. It's Burns. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play. LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back to him again, and we can see the second half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage. Get a corner up in his face and put a safety back behind him. Some kind of double coverage to slow this guy down.
And looking to throw now on first down. Looking to make a big play downfield.
Well, they come out firing here to start this second half. They didn't make this completion, but I think it sends a clear message to this defense that the adjustments that this offense is going to make is that they're going to be aggressive and they're going to look for their one-on-one opportunities.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Makes the grab. It's Burns. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
3rd down play here out of the shotgun. And he's got his man open downfield. Touchdown, LSU. All the way back to claim the lead.
Boy, great job here of finding him again. That's his 2nd touchdown reception in this football game.
PAT puts him in front by 7. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Looks like the returner will try and field this one. Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive. And the Volunteers' high-tempo offense is back out on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. With the catch, it's Randall. The Volunteers come to the line in a hurry-up. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Quick throw over the middle. It's caught downfield. Tackle made after a solid gain. They spot the ball at the 34.
Boy, great throw and a first down for Tennessee, and they are in business. This quarterback is playing well, and, you know, Chris, they are able to recruit the nation when it comes to quarterback play because of the history and tradition they have. Started really with Peyton Manning, but his work
Breaks clear. End zone ahead. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. More than enough to pick up a first down.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
Grab down the middle. It's Randall. Second down play coming up for this offense. The back's got it. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Offense right to the line, cranking up the tempo. Scanning the field. It's Ayamaleva. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. The balls are in the red zone now. Ball handed off. 5-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5. Offense operating at high tempo now, no huddle. Keeping it on the ground here. And they finally stop him at the 3. The offense really threatening now.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying...
Touchdown, Volunteers. Still no answer for this offense. Kurt, they were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and we reach the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. When they came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. The passing game was so effective in the last possession, right down for a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. He'll hand it off. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Here's the second down play. They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield. It's a strong run. Keeps the drive going. First down now. Gain of 2 yards. Now it's second down and 8. Offense cranking up the tempo now. No huddle. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
lot, a classic on our hands as we stop to check the game summary so far. Heading to the fourth quarter, who can step up and make a crucial play in this pursuit of a national championship? Begin the quarter with a crucial play, offense setting up for this third down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Burns. Tackle made at the 41. That's first down yardage.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
He picks up 9, so just short of the first down, 2nd and 1. Offense set for the 6th play in this drive. And there's the handoff. Tackle, but first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Motion now from the tight end. Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Makes it 2nd and medium. Change of pace now, looking to throw the football. On the junior, gets home, making a sack there.
Well, the offensive line is so caught up in communicating to pick up the defensive lineman, nobody picks up the middle linebacker on the blitz. He gets the sack.
Important yardage needed on third down here. A field goal try would be from 52. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards.
Delay of game. Offense.
Quarterback lost track of the play clock, and that'll cost the offense 5. Didn't quite get the playoff in time. It'll be delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Quarterback unaware of the play clock. That'll cost them 5. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. Third down play coming up. To try a field goal from here, it will be 62 yards. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Now on third and very long, looking to throw. Catch made down inside the 15. And he goes down after a huge gain. This offense is clicking now.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
Defense cannot get off the field. The long drive continues. And the clock has stopped here as we reach the final 2 minutes of play. The offense gets set for the 10th play on this drive. Here's the handoff on a counter. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Fans of the defense got to be frustrated. The offense cannot be stopped here. Movement here from the tight end. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Looking to pass here on second down. Grab down the middle. It's Burns. Tackle at the 8 after the completion. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on third down, trying to force a field goal. And the wideout goes in motion. Shotgun formation here on third down. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And they claim the lead here in the final quarter.
Give credit to this offense. They work some clock. They eventually get the ball in the end zone. Now they've got the lead. You kick the extra point, and you hope your defense can hold on so you can win this game.
Going after, knocked right through. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Fields it just outside the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Volunteers' powerful offense back out in the field. It comes down to this. They need a touchdown. They've got some time to work with. How aggressive will they be? That's reeled in. It's O'Brien. Then he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
Boy, great job here of getting out of bounds. I know he didn't pick up the first down, but that's irrelevant. At this point in the game, it's all about the clock. You get out of bounds, you save your one timeout, and now you got a real chance.
Gets made on the out route. And the coach quickly calls timeout after the play, trying to hold on to as much time as possible.
You call a quick out on third down, I think that tells you the confidence you have in the quarterback to be able to make that throw. And on top of that, a little surprised the defense would give that kind of cushion to be able to give him room to pick up that first down.
They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. They'll crank up the tempo here on second down. The time is running out. The offense decides to just spike the ball here. They need to score quickly here, trying to dial up some big plays. Back to throw. It's Iamaleava. Short throw complete to the tight end. Gets some space around the 30. Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk play for this offense through the air.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
And the offense will wisely spend a timeout after the play. Clock management's going to be very important here in the final minutes. This could be a dramatic finish, marching toward a tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. That's caught. It's Davis. He'll go down right there. Works his way for a short gain, but not enough for the first down. The offense spikes the ball here, looking to preserve as much clock as they can. Seventh play of the drive coming up. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Just gives up on the play, throws it away, and now it's 4th down.
Oh, he just misses receiver there on 3rd and short. Now you got to think in the 4th quarter, 4th and short, you got to try to cut into this lead. You might want to go for this here to keep thinking about 6 points.
Needs a completion here on 4th down. Makes the catch. Can he get in? Heads out of bounds after running for the first down to keep this scoring threat alive. Serious pressure now for the defense. The Volunteers line it up with 1st and goal. That now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. And he just throws it away there. Safe move. Had nobody open. It's 2nd down and goal now for this offense. Looking to pass. It's Iamaleava. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Chris, just a great job by this offense. Now, I think it's a little bit too late here. They're not going to be able to have a chance to come back. But I think it says a lot about the character of this football team that they're fighting to the very end.
They don't get it. It's incomplete. Going for the win. The gamble doesn't pay off. I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. And the hands team able to make the crucial recovery. So the job is simple here. Just take a knee, run out the clock, and begin the celebration. Well, that's a great performance in a pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play, and to be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship, that says everything about the endurance